Hi writers, Mrs. Damazi here with another top-notch teaching lesson. Today's lesson is lesson 11 on personal narratives, and today we're going to be revising the heart of our story and looking back about how we can make our writing even better. Writers, before we begin writing today, let's remind ourselves about where we are in the writing process. Today, we are really just revising, and it's really important that today you choose your favorite personal narrative that you've written. We have written 2 different personal narratives, and I really like both of the ones I've written, but my favorite one is the last one I wrote about my cousin when we were playing the oven mitt game. And I think the reason why it's my favorite is because I've learned a lot through this process, and so it is my better and my stronger writing. So I'm choosing my second personal narrative to be revising that, and that's what I'm going to be taking through the rest of the writing process, and then I'll ultimately be publishing. So today for revising, let's remind ourselves about the 2 things that we're going to be doing. We've already studied mentor texts and we've gone through our writing and we've added that into our writing. And today you're going to be developing the heart of your story and you're going to be letting that guide you as you revise your writing today. Remember that in revising, you are adding, you are deleting, or you are rearranging your writing to make it better. So a lot of times it's easy to add more. Sometimes we need to go back through and we need to delete parts that don't make sense or don't add substance to our writing. And sometimes we need to rearrange things. Maybe we said something in our first part that actually needs to be at the end of our writing. So while you go through and you read through your writing, think about how you're going to be revising your writing to make it better for you. The first thing that you want to do is you want to focus on the heart of your story. Why did you write this story? Why is it important? And why do you want to share it with the world? When I was thinking about the story about my cousin, when he picked up the Grinch and he got that in his gift, I was thinking about, man, this is a really funny story and I did want to make my reader laugh, but I wrote this story because it has meaning to me. And I realized and I remembered that family memories are the best kind of memories. And these are really special. And spending time with my family and being able to remember those things are really meaningful to me. And so that's why I wrote this story, because spending time with my family and laughing and joking around with them, those are my favorite kinds of memories and my favorite moments in my life. So as I think about the heart of my story and the purpose of why I wrote this story and why I want to share it with the world, I'm going to allow that to help me revise my story to be better, because I want my reader to know this is why I wrote this story. So when I read through my writing, I thought, how can I add in information or sentences that help my readers to know this is why I wrote this story? So I first looked at my first part of my story. And in my first part of my story, it at first just said, we were playing the oven mitt game like we do every year. My sister Sarah started with the dice and my cousin Bobby started with the present and oven mitts. And that was great. But I thought, you know what? I really could add in a part right here where it explains why I'm explaining this to my reader. So this is how I added in the heart of my story. We were playing the oven mitt game like we do every year. It is one of my favorite family traditions. See how I added in this revision right here? I put a little green dot right here and a little green dot right here so that when I'm reading through my writing and I get to the green dot, I know to look for that green dot revision. And I think this is a really great revision because it helps my reader know, hey, this is a great family tradition and this is why I'm telling you this, because it's important to me. Then I went to the middle part of my writing. And I thought, ooh, I can add in something that is going to help my reader know that this is important. And I'm writing this story because I want you to know how special this is to me. So at first it said, he clapped his hands and took his stance. I'm ready to win this time. We all laughed. And then it started my next scene. But now with my new revision, it says, he clapped his hands and took his stance. I'm ready to win this time. We all laughed. Playing this game with my family is so fun, I thought. So not only did I add in something that helps my reader know why I wrote this story, I also added in an internal thought, which we talked about during our mentor texts revisions. So I did something that was super duper great during this part. Then I went to my last part of my story, and I thought I can add in something that's going to help my reader know the heart of my story, the purpose, why I wrote the story. So at first, before I added a revision, it said, it was a picture of the Grinch. Everybody laughed and laughed. Now it says, it was a picture of the Grinch. Even though he was upset it was the Grinch, he was still smiling because we were having fun. Everybody laughed and laughed. So now my reader knows, hey, I'm telling you this story because this is a really fun experience, and having these family traditions and doing these things with my family are really important. So take a moment. Why did you write your story? What was the purpose of it? What do you want your reader to learn from you? Think about the heart and the importance of your story and let that drive your revisions today. Here's your checklist. You're going to remember that personal narrative writers know that they focus on the heart of their story to help them focus their writing. So think about the heart of your story, draw a really big heart, and write why you wrote this story. And then develop the heart of your story by revising. And you can do that by adding, which is what I did. You can delete things that maybe aren't important and don't help focus the heart of your story, or you could rearrange some of your writing. Good luck, writers, and I'll see you next time.